But unfortunately, maybe we thought she's a superwoman that can do all things. And for me, that was where the mistake came from. If we had allowed her to concentrate on the long jump, maybe she would have even gotten a gold. Instead of trying to play safe in the long jump and at the end of the day, hurting her chances in the 100 meters. So I want to believe, and I think I'm already correct, that it was the long jump that actually affected her. It's not about the big stage. The long jump was also a big stage. It's not just the 100 meters. If you are in the World Championship, you are in the big stage. So it didn't really affect her. I don't think that affected her. Because if you actually watched the race yesterday, that was one of the few occasions she actually had their best start. Yeah. But unfortunately, she couldn't move her body. She was stiff because of what happened the previous night.
But Dare, I mean, we also have, I mean, a long list of athletes who do 100 meters, 200 meters, long jump, and they find a way of winning all of these events. So, I mean, that was the argument we had on this show yesterday.
The schedule is the schedule now. It's the schedule. This is the first time in World Championship history that they are having a long jump before the 100 meters. This is the first time. What normally happens is they have the long jump when they are doing the 200 meters. You understand? So they will have finished with the 100 meters, and it's not all of them, because if you look at the history of the championship, only 2 people have actually won medals in the 100 meters and in the long jump. You know, they are not events that people easily combine. But if you say 100 and 200, they belong to the same range. It's not something that you'll be jumping and you'll be scared of, hurting your leg. So this is a totally different race. It's totally different from the sprint. Although you sprint to jump, but at a stage you must jump. You understand what I'm saying? Unlike where you just sprint all through. So the schedule did not favor her at all. Most of the companies that I've watched before now, they normally have the finals. On the day they are also having the 200 meters final. But this time around, the schedule made it impossible for her to actually give her best because the long jump came before the 100 meters. You know what I'm saying? So that is, for me, that is what caused the problem. And she should have just picked one, maybe the long jump and the 200 meters.
Okay, let's look into the future now. When is the 200 meters? When are we having the trials, the heats for the 200 meters? And how ready will she be?
It's starting on Thursday.
On Thursday.
What he has done in the 100 and the 200 meters, I'm not too sure we can bet on her for the gold medal, because that is the one that is elusive to us now. I'm not too sure we can bet on her for that, because if you look at what happened in the 100, what happened in the 100 meters, most of the other girls, in fact all of them, not most, all of them except Blessing, all of them, they were very fresh for the 100 meters. Blessing was not fresh. Now, Blessing has done long jump, she has done 100 meters. And there's a certain Alison Felix, the U.S., the defending champion, the U.S. Runner, who has not done anything so far. It's only concentrated on the long jump and the relay.
So she's coming fresh.
Ordinarily, you expect her to win the gold. You expect Alison Felix to win the gold. And the silver and the bronze can be anybody's game, because the Ivorian girl is there. She has done a 22-2 this year. She's the fastest African this year. Blessing is also there. She has a 22-3. If Shelly Fraser decides to compete, she's also there. And she's won the 200 meters before too. So it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy if you also have put together the fact that she competed in the long jump, she competed in the 100 meters. 2 very tough races, a tough event. So it's going to really have a toll on her. It's really, really going to have a toll on her.
Well, Dare, before we allow you to go, we've been talking about Nigeria's participation at the IAAF Championship as if it's only Blessing Okagbare. What about the relays? What are there other things that we can look forward to? Maybe something good can come out from other athletes.
Yes, you can look forward to just 2 events. One, the women's 200 meters. I'm not mentioning them now so that you can easily understand. Then with the women's 4x100 meters.
That's Blessing
and
too.
And there's a factor in both races. Blessing Okagbare.
Oh.
Okagbare in the 200, if she wins, fine. If she doesn't, Nigeria will not win. In the 4x1, and the danger in the 4x1 now is this. If she runs the 200, she will run 3 rounds. There is no way she will have problems running in the relays, because she will be too tired. And they are going to run 2 rounds in the relay. If she doesn't run the first round, we find a chance of not qualifying for the final. if she runs the first one, then she will be too tired to run in the final. So it's really a delicate case. I think we didn't plan it very well. We didn't plan the schedule for her very well. For me, she should have skipped one of those events, especially either the long jump or the 100 meters. But I feel she should have skipped the 100 meters. But the question is, how can the 10.79 seconds runner skip the 100 meters? So that was the dilemma. Really. Maybe they were actually thinking about it. She felt she could get a medal in the long jump, fine, because that was her best bet. Then 10.79 in the 100 meters, and you want her to see it, it's difficult. I think that's where the competition setting is like 10.79. If she cannot 10.8, even the 10.9, maybe she will get a medal. But unfortunately, she couldn't run the 10.9, and there was actually a 10.93 and a 10.94 that got silver and bronze. You understand the scenario? So it was really tough. To make a decision was difficult. Maybe that's why I can't really blame AFN as such, because it was difficult to make a decision. You can't leave out somebody who has done a 10.79 to miss an event. It's tight. And you can't say she shouldn't do the long jump because she stands a better chance of winning the medal there, than which she actually did. So it's like a double-edged sword. And that's why we are paying for it now. But I won't really pay for it. She already got a silver. So for me, she has ended that lucky long 14-year wait. And that's why I believe we should celebrate her.
Well, we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for speaking to us on all of this on sports. And I will talk to you again about that tomorrow.
You're always welcome.
Yeah, so we've been speaking with Dare Esson, respected athletics reporter, covering the IWF World Championship in Moscow, Russia. And they did say a few things. I mean, food for thought for us. And I think the summary of what Dare Esson has said is that maybe we shouldn't expect too much from Blessing for the 200 meters and for the 4x1. I think it's as simple as that. Yeah. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. And I think the same point I was trying to make.
Fair enough that she has a medal already.
Yeah, it's good. At least that's enough consolation. I said earlier, and thank God that you just supported.
Wait. It had to do. You had to do the schedule. You had to do the schedule.
Hold on. Let Yemi have his day, please.
Yes, you wanted to slow because I mean it's easy. It's just there for you to see the long jump affected her, and it's now we are in a dilemma. Does she just compete in the 200 or go for the 4x100? I don't know. But our best hopes are on her competing. But she's in a devastated mood right now. So I don't know.
Okay, so maybe the IWF World Championship is over for Nigeria. Maybe. Probably we'll have to wait and see what happens before the tournament ends this weekend. All right, let's move on to something else. And this time take a look away from athletics and look at the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They brought us joy already this year. But they also need to up their game if we must continue to be happy with the Super Eagles. Tomorrow, we are going to be playing a friendly, very important friendly, and it's a friendly between two depleted sides. Bafana depleted, Super Eagles of Nigeria depleted. Today, Joe Mikel will be pulled out because of a stomach bug. I don't really understand what that means for an African.
No, maybe it might be food poisoning, it might be
stomach bug. Anyway, Chelsea medics wrote to the Nigerian Football Federation asking that Mikel be excused.
How timely.
Yeah, so we say these things. Rooney was injured for Man United friendly, but trained with the England team. So these things happened. Things happen. I beg your pardon.
You just have to read between the lines.
Read between the lines. So, but the most important thing is that tomorrow that friendly is going to hold, and we have a good number of players to help us get a decent result.
Absolutely, and for me, any match between Nigeria and Bafana, there's always an edge. I keep saying it that the South Africans have always believed that they can compete with the best in the African continent, and currently, as things stand, doesn't get any better than the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The African champions. Even depleted as they are, trust me, they will come into this game with every amount of fights that they can possibly muster. So it won't be any different from whether if both teams were at full strength. There will still be plenty at stake in this game, which is always pride. And they've done it before. The last time that they beat Nigeria, the first and only time they beat Nigeria was at the Nelson Mandela Challenge in 2004. So they'll be more than happy to repeat that again. But the Super Eagles, with the players, the quality or caliber of players that they've called up, it's particularly interesting for me. Plenty of players who are willing to step into the breach. If a Mikel Obi is missing in a major competition or is injured for the entire duration of the competition, who are the people that could possibly step in? These are the occasions that we can find that. And there are other players who have always never really gotten a fair crack of the whip, who are also dying to put on the game for their national team. And they also come into the fray.